Hello there once again, people, and welcome to yet another QC exploration. What am I saying? QC? Seeking Shamblers. My God, am I stuck with that habit, QC, ain't I? Anyway, what we're checking out this time is called Shaft of the Soulless. Sounds spooky and scary and skeleton-y or something like that, but yeah, it's involving a shaft. It's rather soulless of a place to be. Oh, that sounds like fun. A place that's just soulless. I think this is one of the only cases whereby something that's soulless is actually good. You know, normally if you say it has no soul, that probably means it's not a very good level, now is it? But yeah, in this particular case, soulless is going to mean something that is hopefully promising or whatever. Anyway, this level's made by Alan Troop, who I do not recognize whatsoever, so, yeah, just a random name. Just yet another name in the randomness of hundreds of authors that we're getting. Anyway, let's see here. Even the Shamblers fear the tread here, with good reason. Pieces of them are scared about the floor of the shaft, mute testimony to the grisly feast. The zombies that inhabit this region are always hungry for living flesh. Voracious dogs vie with the zombies for shambler scraps. Dominating the scene is the awesome glowing water vader, rising from the floor to what awaits at the top of the shaft. You can choose to ascend that way, or by using the catwalk-connected stone ramps, carved by long dead hands. The middle terraces are haunted by scrags, seaman masters of all-day survey. But who are the real rulers here? Ever see 4 zombies hunt down and kill a scrag? Not pretty. I wouldn't stay to watch its death agonies if I were you. Once they're finished with the scrag, you're next. For any who waded through that stuff, here's a deathmatch hint to one-up your opponent. Shoot the catwalks. Some will strand him on a shelf for a while, others will slide out from under his feet and drop him to the depths below. Okay then, so that's actually saying the catwalks themselves are movable. That sounds rather dangerous, so yeah, be very careful where you shoot, basically. This was apparently made with M-Build. Bots only support, so yeah, it's going to be mostly looking like a very blocky level. That's kind of the limitations of the editor at the time with Dave Lengier's M-Builds. Yeah, without the support of Unwad 2 as well to, like, get the textures, this level would not be possible. The cool folks at id Software as well. Anyway, it works for 0.92, but it may work with later versions. I happen to have QVer on hand, and I managed to convert it out to the proper 1.06 version, so that way it'd work in the proper Quake version. So needless to say, as usual, it's just a simple conversion. I don't think there's much compatibility-wise between the DOS versions, at least, that's really that different. I can't really get the shareware versions to work anyway, because you really have to, like, force it around. It doesn't really, like... It's not really made to work, because it was specifically made to not work. There was a lot of blocks put in place to prevent you from doing what apparently some people were doing, so I'm not exactly sure how exactly certain people were again deploy these, but that's beside the point. So yeah, there's no difficulty settings, and it's winnable, but it's going to be very nasty apparently. It's going to be a rough level to play. Which is definitely my type of level, so hopefully that is true, and this isn't a ridiculously easy thing that feels anticlimactic. It's mostly made for like 2 to 4 players, so it's a relatively small level in deathmatch. That kind of makes sense because it's only 285 kilobytes, so it's not really a giant level. Curiously enough, for especially one that has single player and multiplayer support. So I'm really expecting this to be a really quick level, but at the same time, it sounds like it's going to be brutal at the same time. So yeah, it's this first level that I made. Not sure if he ever made another level. Anyway, the walk monster in wall messages at the start aren't bugs, they're features. That's basically a bug. Anyway, there's an intentional surprise that could be construed as bad placement. It's not. Alright, I have no idea what they mean. I guess we'll have to see when we're playing this. So yeah, there's something that's not bad placement. Anyway, this took about 40 hours to make. He may have cut that time in half if he knew what he was doing with M-Build. Because, yeah, this was made during the early days when people were still figuring out what exactly to do. So yeah, anyway, this was apparently made... Didn't he say, like, it was made... No, I thought I saw a date. But apparently I was just going crazy. Yeah, I was just going crazy. Never mind that. Anyway, let's load up this thing. It's just called Shaft, so it should be an easy level to actually load up for a change. And yeah, hopefully this will be a good level. Shaft of the Soulless. It's actually a single player level for a change. That's always something. And yeah, look at all the walk monster errors. So yeah, there's lots of enemies just trapped in there. There's a sound. There's not a field error. And yeah, we're in a giant shaft of water. Okay. So let's just drop to the bottom and... Oh, God! It's death down here. It's quite literally death. So as you see, there's only 25 enemies, and since some have already killed themselves, probably because there was shamblers and other stuff. You made me miss that! Okay, there we are. That's 12 of the enemies dead. We cleared out this area. There's this giant shaft. There's some scrags up there as well. Looks like that's the way we're going to have to be going. Luckily, there's plenty of rockets in this little niche. So yeah, there we are. 15 rockets. But all we have is grenade launchers. That's not what we meant. I guess you mean stuff like that. I'll have to figure out when we go up there what exactly he means by things that are shootable. Anyway, here is a armor. Green armor. Nothing really that surprising. It's a shareware. I don't think red armor is supported. Here's a pentagram so that we don't die right away. Let's get up here as fast as we can and see what exactly we can deal with. Here's a health. I don't care about that. And this way just leads back to the water. You come over here. Now here's some nails and a nail gun. That'll be useful for dealing with some of the scrags. God, there's platforms everywhere. Okay, there's lots of scrags everywhere. It's gonna be hard to hit them this way. Just need to like keep moving a little bit. But it's not too bad. Okay, let's use this elevator over here to like mess him up a bit more. Okay, there we are. Bunch of scrags dead. In fact, that's most of the enemies. That's already... We're down to like the last 5, 6 enemies. Wasn't there a health somewhere? Yeah, over here. There we are, 325 healths, and there we are. And now we're back to full health. Wasn't that convenient? Take the shaft and... Oh, God, I thought that was a wind beam. That lied to me. I could have sworn there was a wind beam. It's so hard to tell. Some of these look like wind beams, some of these are freaking lies. Anyway, I think this is where we were. There's the elevator over here, which allows us to go up. So I think that's the best way to go, because I hate using this water vader. It's not a water elevator, it's a water vader, everyone. It sounds kind of like Terminator, but it's water vader. Okay, looks like we're going far away up. Oh, God! No, I'm not missing on this. There's some cells. Plenty of salmon. Armor. Nails. Hooray! It says some resources to point. I can kill anything I have to face. And one of the weak enemies remaining is a zombie. And I have 35 rockets, so I don't think I'm too concerned about that. Okay, 5 enemies remain. And there's a rocket launcher, which is very convenient. Here's some really narrow balconies, as you see, which slide out. Oh, God. Yeah, listen here, don't get comfy with those. Because, yeah, these can, like, slide out. Both of these can, like, slide out, so you don't really want to mess with these. This one, on the other hand, is totally safe. So, yeah, these two are the slide in out ones. I don't like those. Just, like, cut around it. Come over here, and we can get some more ammo. You see, this gives me the rocket launcher. And down there, there's some more goodies. So I want to drop down there. Will hurt, but it's worth it, right? What's this, a button? What is this? Where are you? What the? I just deleted my quad damage! How dare you! Play game. I didn't realize that would happen. Okay, so yeah, pick up the quad damage before you hit this. Or else you end up losing it forever. Well, that kind of stinks. Now I know! And knowing is half the battle. The other half is actually doing it properly without failing horribly. Now, I'm not really sure where exactly things are. Let's just swim to the top, I guess. Oh, hello there. Four zombies and a shambler. That's not really the hardest thing in the world. The lack of cover is, though. How do I want to tackle this? There must be a way to tackle this without, like, just losing a bunch of health. Okay, this is a horrible idea, but it works. I was trying to get him to infight, but yeah, it's just better just to charge him. There we are. Everything's dead. Easy and simple. Okay, so, is this the level exit? Not really sure. It looks like there's no real exit. That was weird. It was, like, closed for a minute. Now it's open. This way out! Well, that was simple enough. Where does this go? It just leads to the same level again. As you see already, 6 enemies are dead, so that's like the 6 enemies when you spawn the level. They're probably all like shamble heads. Let's see, 4 shamble heads, 5 shamble heads at least. There's probably another one lying around. I'll have to like look, but yeah. It looks like they're all shamble heads. So yeah, just a bunch of dead shamblers or something like that. There's only one living shambler in here. Relatively easy map, honestly. He makes it sound like it's a lot harder than it is. It's a relatively quick one as well, as you see. But it's another single player level. Actually has a proper exit and all, so it's actually a playable mission with stuff. And it's not too bad. At least, you know, everything's playable in the mission. It felt relatively decent. Like I said, it wasn't too brutal or whatnot, but at the same time, it also wasn't too easy. It felt like, you know, it was at least a bit painful. At least I would say it's on par with some of the various different missions we've seen. Not one of the hardest ones. It's definitely not like hello level of difficult. But like I said, it's definitely a mission, at least for Quake. And yeah, it has some different little platforms or whatnot to really deal with. Has little random platforming involved in here. And yeah, it just is a simple level. Honestly, the story probably is one of the more interesting parts of the level. Anyway, that's really the level in a nutshell. Thank you all for watching as usual. There's really not much to really say. I know I've really just made it through the level, but yeah, it's really just almost like a vertical area. I guess the most interesting thing is the water vader. It's not a water elevator, it's a water vader. Totally different thing. Even though it's not. Even though it's almost the same exact thing as a water elevator, it's a water vader. This is a different thing. This comes from a different source. So yeah, they're totally disconnected things. This is a water vader. Those are water elevators because that's in Dark Hour, and this is its own random mission. So yeah, custom little hazard there, I guess. If you really want to count that. Anyway, thank you all for watching. It's been the adventure, and I shall see you all next time.